here is everything I want to fix on my new second-hand 2002 Peugeot 406 Coupé. It looks good in Lucifer red and with the Hogar wheels. I think it's quite pretty. This is a 2002, and whatever you do, don't look at the bonnet. Okay, in that case, let's address the elephant in the room. The clear coat is peeling on the bonnet, or the hood if you like, but the problem remains the same. As you can see, not just the clear coat, but even the base coat has peeled away in places, and there's bubbling and flaking and rust in the corner of the hood. The headlights look okay, but the fog lights are really quite foggy. Here's a trick I learned from a fellow coupe owner. The issue is usually on the inside of the lens, and if you remove the fog light and the lamp unit inside, you can clean it with some glass cleaner. I need to repaint the wiper arms and change these flat blades because the flat blades just don't work on these windows. Then there's the mirrors. Yeah, these take a hit every now and then, so I need to repaint these. On the other side, the mirror is loose in the housing, which is very annoying at high speed. Of course, the headliner is sagging in this 406 Coupe as well, but I know how to fix it. Actually made a video about it that you can view after this video, but I need to do it on this one as well. Then there's the issue with the key. Actually, this car has both keys, which is really nice, but as you can see, the buttons are gone, the micro switches are shot. These are the original housings, so I'd like to keep those, but I have to fix the electronics. Central locking works though. After 228,000 kilometers of getting in and out of this car, the leather has seen better days. Take a long, hard look at this seat and realize this is another fix. You know what I bought? I found a second-hand black leather original 406 Coupe seat cover online. So I bought it, and the leather is still quite good. The reason it is quite good is because it is for the passenger side seat. This is also the old Phase 1 style with a perforated leather in the middle, but I only need the part on the side and the piping, so I want to replace that, which is why I bought a hand-cranked leather sewing machine. You can expect some leather upholstery videos in the future. These mats are not original, they're not even the right color, they're quite worn down. I have an old set of gray ones, and I actually also have an old set of original 406 Coupe mats. These are not in top condition, they're also worn down a little bit, so I want to patch them with a similar looking fabric with my new hand-cranked sewing machine. So the benefits of parts hoarding, let's put for now these fake ones in the car because they'll at least look better than the ones that are inside. Out! Okay, that is a little bit better for now until I fix up the original ones. Somebody probably paid good money for these non-original mats. Look, sort of anti-slip rubber, but they're going in the bin anyway. Bye-bye. The plastic cover for the mirror attachment bolt has broken. One of those little things. Doesn't look very good. The original radio is in there, but it doesn't have the original cover, or at least not the right color, so I have to fix that. As per usual, the volume button is really very greasy. I have a spare cover in the right color, and I'll also change the volume knob. Not all the speakers seem to be working, and I'm a little bit worried about the rust on this metal grille. And I wonder if it has something to do with the fact that after a bit of rain, the door sills are completely filled with water. So much that I hear it sloshing around when I tap the brakes. There's another one of these rubber caps, and if I remove that, obviously there's more water coming out. But if I look on the inside, I find that there's actually a little bit of glass. So I think perhaps this car was broken into in the past, or for some reason the glass ended up on the inside of this door sill. Good. More audio. This is not the way you're supposed to access the 6CD changer in the back. Now, the cover is actually different on the inside. If you have the original 6CD changer, then you have this little hatch with some Velcro through which you can access it. If you don't have it, originally you would have the other inner lining, which has a little bit more storage space, which actually is quite handy. When you're going on holiday, your boot is completely full, but you need to bring that extra pair of flip-flops. This is a manual car and it has the newer gearbox with the reverse right next to the first gear, but obviously the leather is a bit worn, so I need to replace that. The seat heating of the driver's seat doesn't work. It seems there are some loose wires. I need to get the seat out for the repairs of the leather anyway, so I hope to fix it at the same time. Here's a little bolt that is loose in the door hinge. Probably just need to tighten that. I'll need to do some plastic welding on this crack in the center console. When you pull the lever for the filler cap, you might accidentally take the lever off entirely. Probably some more plastic welding that I need to do here. And this is the overhead light. This looks really grimy and there's some remnants of an old car kit, probably a microphone. The reflective layer of the rear view mirror is flaking, but I have a replacement for that. There is some leather painting or leather dyeing that I need to do. And I think I found some proof that somebody has been smoking in this car. Besides the melted plastic, the inside of the ashtray kind of gives it away. Luckily, with all my parts hoarding, I have a replacement ashtray. I mean, the ashtray inside I will need to clean up and put in, but at least the plastic will make this part of the car look a lot better. There is some hail damage on the roof, so I'll need to break out my PDR tools for that. The antenna is really quite crusty. There is a very worn down summer tire on the front, and there are actually quite good looking winter tires on the rear. The brakes, yeah, they deserve an upgrade. Be surprised at how well this car actually brakes with these tires and these rusty calipers and discs. What do you think I should do? A full brake caliper rebuild, or replace them with these NOS new old stock brand spanking new original calipers, combined with some brand spanking new ventilated brake discs? Back to the cosmetic stuff: bonnet respray, new clear coat for the headlight lenses, and fix the crack in the bumper. This piece of rubber trim on the passenger side door needs some attention, or replacement ideally. There are some blemishes on the rear bumper and the clear coat is also peeling quite badly, so I need to fix that. And then yes, the emblem. This is a very common thing on Peugeot 406s. My blue one had the same thing. I fixed that maybe 10 years ago, I don't know. I happen to have some old photos of that I mix into this video. I sanded the whole thing down, masked the lion, painted the surrounding black, and then clear coated the entire thing before polishing it. It's far from perfect. If you're looking for perfection, you came to the wrong channel, but it's a huge improvement over what it used to be. More issues on the inside. If I lift the rather dirty boot floor and clip it away like this, yeah, that's what that's for. Did you know that? I find that there's water standing in the spare wheel well. Got to find the leak. Then more PDR work. Let's have a look underneath the car. This is a really nice driving car. And it actually really sounds quite good as well. It has quite a peppy 2.2 liter petrol gasoline engine. But look at this back box. My goodness, this is crusty. I took out the spark plugs. They're actually in really good condition. I think somebody replaced these really quite recently. They're actually the right type as well for the car. Good job, previous owner. Thank you. And while we are in the engine bay, I really wanted to install an original strut brace. Okay, I'll be honest with you, I already installed an original strut brace. I found a second-hand one, I fixed it up and I installed it. Actually made a video about it that you can see somewhere else on my channel. I don't know how to include a link. But frankly, there are some even more urgent mechanical issues, such as this flat tire and the fact that the power steering started leaking ATF. I managed to trace the leak to the low pressure side of the power steering circuit. I suspected that one of the rubber hoses had failed, but it turned out to be a small pinhole in one of the aluminium hardlines. I'll make another video about how I fixed it, or at least how I temporarily fixed it. These lines run up all the way to the power steering fluid reservoir, and as you can imagine, by this time the reservoir was really quite empty. If you look closely, you can not only see how low the fluid level is, but in the reflection you can also see the sponsor of today's video, and of actually every video on this channel, to be honest. Kidding aside, the steering sounded absolutely horrible, so that needed a fix. And now I need to stop editing before another thing breaks down and I never finish this video.